What's going on, guys? John here from The Real Talk with my first review for 2018, and that is for Phantom Thread. Obviously, guys, I was supposed to see this movie and it's supposed to be my last review of last year, but I got to the theater. It was a bit packed. I didn't really want to sit in the front, so I went to go ahead and saw The Post with Tom Hanks and Meryl Streep and directed by Steven Spielberg. I actually have a review up for that on my channel if you guys are interested. But yeah, Phantom Thread, I've been wanting to see this movie for a while now. As soon as I heard that it was supposed to be Daniel Day-Lewis's final performance, I was kind of bummed out, but I was like, you know what, I gotta see this movie. And like I said, it's directed by Paul Thomas Anderson, starring Daniel Day-Lewis. Also, you have Lesley Manville and Vicky Krieps in this film, who play Daniel Day-Lewis's sister and the romantic interest in the story. So right off the bat, I kind of want to mention before I forget, Johnny Greenwood, which he did the score for the film, and really quick touching upon that, I felt from beginning to end, the score was kind of its own character, and I think last year I hopefully said this for Blade Runner 2049. That the Hans Zimmer score in that film kind of just felt like a character, just grabs you and kind of doesn't let go. The same could be said for this score by Johnny Greenwood. He also worked with Paul Thomas Anderson before in some films, so he's kind of his default composer for his scores. Also, I was kind of surprised to know that Paul Thomas Anderson served as his own cinematographer in this film, which, along with the main character, and I'm gonna get to the acting and the characters in a bit, but along with the main character, I thought the score and the cinematography worked really well together to kind of give this point across of this character being so precise and so intricate in a lot of things. He wants things a certain way, so I feel like the cinematography kind of played that and kind of showed that the score as well. So getting to Daniel Day-Lewis and his supporting cast, I feel like he delivered a phenomenal performance. I keep saying this, but I feel like he knocked it out of the park. And like I said, he couldn't have played this sort of character. I kind of got flashes of like Steve Jobs, the way he's like a genius at his craft. He's a world-renowned dressmaker, and everybody wants to wear his dress. It's kind of like an honor, to wear one of his dresses. So he kind of plays that kind of guy who wants like a genius type of like the top guy in his craft, but he wants everything his way. He kind of puts his craft before anything else, and that's where Vicky Krieps' character comes in. She's kind of like this new love interest and kind of, tries to fall for him but kind of understand him and kind of play his game and kind of maybe change him in a way, and she tries to. And then I have to mention his sister in the film, which is played by Lesley Manville. She did a phenomenal job. She's kind of like that. She's kind of like his checks and balances. Like she kind of puts him in check when he's going a little bit too far, And I really like that about her character. As far as, like I said, performances and Oscar-worthy performances, obviously Daniel Day-Lewis, I feel like he should get nominated. And if not one of the actresses that I mentioned, they should probably get nominated for Best Supporting Actress as well. Sorry about that, guys. So like I was saying, just this movie overall and the story and this kind of message of kind of, if you're a genius at your craft, going too far and kind of, when to hold back and kind of, just finding someone that kind of fits what you're trying to do and stuff like that. I really liked it, guys. Paul Thomas Anderson, like I said, along with his score choices, his cinematography that he actually did himself, he makes this movie really work, and it kind of drags a little bit, but for me, actually, if you're not a fan of like movies like this and stuff like that, I think this movie will be very boring, kind of drags for you. But I thought it did just a little bit. But other than that, guys, I really liked it, and I would highly recommend it if you guys are interested, especially for obviously Paul Thomas Anderson has some incredible films, but also to see Daniel Day-Lewis in his final performance. Like I said, hopefully it's not, because I really like him. So with that being said, guys, I'd have to give Phantom Thread an 8.5 out of 10. And like I said, last year I gave a bunch of those, and I guess this year I'm continuing, but I feel like it's a good score. I really like the film, like the characters, the performances, the score as well. But yeah, With that being said, guys, if you guys have seen the film, let me know your thoughts on it in the comment section down below. I know it's still limited, but it's still in some major cities, so you guys might have a chance to see it. But if you guys want to follow me outside of YouTube, you guys can at The Real Talk with 2Ks on Instagram and Twitter. And if you guys want to follow me on Stardust, I actually made a Stardust account, you know, kind of doing my quick initial thoughts on a movie like this, actually, Phantom Thread. And just, you know, movies I watch at home, and just, you know, some things I don't get to do reviews. You guys can follow me on Stardust, just The Real Talk. That's all. Just 1K. But yeah, guys, until next time, I'll see you at the movies. Later.